Yulan Adonay Archaga Carias is a Honduran national. He was born February 13, 1982, making him 42 years old. He is 5 feet 5 inches or 165 centimeters tall and reported to weigh 160 pounds or 73 kilograms. He has curly dark brown hair and a dark complexion. There is currently a $5 million reward for information leading to his capture and extradition. Known aliases include Alexander Mendoza and Porky. If you have any information on his whereabouts, please call 1-800-CALL-FBI. But why is he on the list in the first place? In the 1980s, El Salvadoran refugees in Los Angeles began to band together. Eventually, they began to organize into a street gang commonly known as MS-13. Over time, the gang grew in membership, influence, and power. By the time Yulan was old enough to participate in street gangs, they had reached Honduras. Yulan joined the small gang as a youth. Running away from home at age 10, Yulan found himself on the streets of San Pedro Sula. He joins a band of juvenile street kids and they begin stealing watches and wallets for money to purchase paint thinner, their drug of choice. On a rainy night, Yulan took refuge in an abandoned building. He was joined by Indio, the leader of a local MS-13 clique or gang cell. The gang leader sees something in Yulan and spends the night grooming him. Yulan claims this is the night he became Porky. The culture in the street gang is one of violence. They utilize it to obtain control. Their entire end seems to be complete control of the areas and markets they infiltrate through any means necessary, and the easiest way to remove competition and/or threat is to eliminate it. The gang even has hit squads hired by other gangs to carry out assassinations. But they have a structure similar to most large multinational corporations. Climbing the ranks in this gang requires both brutality and intelligence. Yulan climbs those ranks through his youth and into his adult years. At this time, MS-13 was just starting up in Honduras. In San Pedro Sula, they were mostly a local gang with loose ties to a larger network because Indio, originally from El Salvador, came to San Pedro Sula via Los Angeles, and MS-13. He joined when it was just a group of El Salvadoran heavy metal fans. Indio's clique focuses their efforts on drug peddling, murder for hire, kidnapping, and robbery. Indio and Yulan also work for a local gunsmith repairing weapons and talking. Porky's indoctrination into a world based on a twisted idea of honor and pride continues. Then rival gang Barrio 18 kills an MS-13 member in Honduras, bringing the international gang war to San Pedro Sula. Yulan, Porky, identifies Parada as a member of the Barrio 18 gang, resulting in Parada's gangland execution. This started the bloody gang war in Honduras that continues to this day. Both gangs experience rapid growth through the 1990s as refugees return and recruit new members into the gangs they formed in exile. Eventually, Yulan finds himself the highest ranking and therefore de facto boss of MS-13 in Honduras. In this position, he controls drug trafficking, murder for hire, gun trafficking, and human trafficking activities of MS-13 in Honduras, a major hub of all their activities in Central and North America. In 2015, he was imprisoned after a conviction for money laundering and illicit association. This is where he was being moved from for a court hearing on February 3, 2020. In Honduras, high-profile criminals are normally transported by helicopter with a full security contingent and military police on standby. Yulan was transported by van with almost no security, the military police were not notified, and he was being transferred to a courthouse only 28 kilometers from his seat of power in San Pedro Sula. Courthouse has ample security cameras. A group of men dressed in military police uniforms arrive at the courthouse escorting a man in handcuffs. They are a decoy. A second group arrives escorting a man dressed in a normal black tunic used to protect inmates' identities. This one holds weapons and ammunition. They break Porky free from custody. In 2021, the United States Attorney for the Southern District of New York indicted Yulan for racketeering, narcotics smuggling, and machine gun conspiracy. It is these charges that led to the FBI involvement in the case. He is currently under sanctions from the U.S. Treasury Department, and any U.S. entity or person who does business with him or any of his companies could face federal charges in the United States. Yulan Adonay Archaga Carias is a Honduran national. He was born February 13, 1982, making him 42 years old. He is 5 feet 5 inches or 165 centimeters tall and reported to weigh 160 pounds or 73 kilograms. He has curly dark brown hair and a dark complexion. There is currently a $5 million reward for information leading to his capture and extradition. Known aliases include Alexander Mendoza and Porky. If you have any information on his whereabouts, please call 1-800-CALL-FBI.